Hello, welcome to the Leverton on Everything podcast, where I, Leverton, review literally everything: books, movies, plays, podcasts, life experiences, dreams, digressions, social mores, whatever. That's the first rule. Second rule is that everything that I review every review is under 10 minutes, starting from the moment where I start talking about the thing, which is now. Today I'm going to review crying at work because I had a situation that has rarely happened to me before. I used to be an English teacher, and I think I made two students cry, but that was more about their frustrations with the situation rather than what I was doing. English as a second language, so that maybe makes more sense. But of my non-teaching jobs, I've never seen anybody cry at work until today. So I was involved in some kind of project, and I work in a multinational company, and so we have different people who are in different countries. And so we're meeting on Teams, of course, and we have this weekly progress update connected to the meeting, connected to this project we're working on. And I work really closely with one person, and my part and that person's part are pretty much done. And so the other parts are not having a lot of progression, and so the person who is managing the project is like, yes, I think we should do this, and I think that we need to do it now, and we're not making any progression, so let's meet one day and we can all work on it together. So we agree, we argue a little bit, we discuss a little bit about the logistics of this, and then she moves on to giving a demonstration of what, the, you know, what. So we need to sell this project to somebody. So she moves on to how she's going to sell the project, and then other people, not me and this person I closely work with. I mean, I had an opinion, so I said my opinion, but other people also said their opinions, and she she lost it. She lost her temper, first of all, and she was like, yeah, you guys change your mind every week, and I'm putting in overtime for this, and this is all that I think about, and you know, and she basically was crying and quit. And maybe not quit the job, but quit the project for sure. And I was just thinking, it's so weird because, work is work and life is life. I don't think, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm not stressed about work because, yeah, of course I'm stressed about work. But I think if I do my best at work, um, I don't really need to worry about it, whatever happens. I know that I'll feel good with myself in the end. So there are stressful situations for sure, but uh, quitting in the middle of that meeting was so unprofessional. And voicing those kind of opinions was also, I mean, maybe she was right. I don't know the whole details, but I was just thinking about that in my point of view. So she is a woman who's in her early mid 20s, and I think for her and society says that that behavior is completely acceptable. If I did that, I am near my 50s man, near only almost 50 now. If I did that, if I cried at work, I would be gone, I think. I don't think that anybody would have as much compassion for me as they do for her. And, that's not her fault. It's not my fault. It's kind of society's fault. Yeah. And I was trying to think if I ever cried at work. Um, did a lot of interesting things at work, but crying, I don't think so. Maybe after work. Yeah, when you have like a moment when, yeah, there was in this particular role, I had a moment where I was just like, oh, I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. So, but you have that. I think that you need to have those moments in private and then like think about it because if you have those moments after, like I had another meeting later where the guy was just calmly saying, yeah, I think we need to work better together, and I think it's kind of unacceptable that this project was delayed the way that it was delayed. And yeah, end of story. He's right. Move on. So I think that could have been expressed differently. But what do you think? Do you think it's okay to cry at work? Personally, I don't think so. At least not in a meeting like that. Maybe by your desk, sobbing later at the injustices of life. Yeah, so that's my review of crying at work. But you know what is recommended? My son's podcast, the Everything and More Etc. podcast. You can find it on Spotify, Amazon Music, and other places where you find podcasts. He really put a lot of work in the podcast, so I think he would really appreciate it if all of my millions upon millions of listeners went there and listened to his podcast. So thank you. Bye.